Stuart, league season's kicked off. How would you assess the first 3 games?
I'd be lying if I said to you I'd be over the moon. But I think there's been circumstances and things that have affected the first 3. I think starting with kind of Preston, I think we mentioned that we had 10 boys missing. With that being said, I actually thought we gave a very good account of ourselves for periods of the game. I thought half time probably warranted the way the game had gone, being 3-1 down. I think we still had chances in the half, but I think Preston, to be honest, the opportunities that we gave away were poor on our part. Although again, from a Preston point of view, probably say like the free corner, for example, is well worked. So yeah, probably wanted to be 3-1 down at the break. I thought the second half we were tremendous. We were quicker to get into second balls. We were better on the ball. We passed the ball forward, and particularly the goals that we create are good goals. And then, to be honest, the game summed up by probably our defending. I think, and we said this afterwards to the boys, didn't be too low on it, but the way that we defended in the game and the chances that we give away, you don't win games of football playing like that. So positives to take, and again, it's the same situation where we were last season at that time of year against Camelon. So albeit I'd actually probably say our level of performance was higher this year. Some really good performances in there. Jack Clark and Jake Dowther both played 90 minutes for the first time since they came back from the States. So yeah, my positives there. I felt Leith, we probably just didn't get started. Again, it probably the team that started reflected the positives that we had the week before. Obviously Jasiu scored, he kept his place. Jake Dowther started again, Jack Clark, and again Ali kept his place as well. So I think that's the best way you go. But if you play well, you stay in the team. But I thought as a group we probably didn't get started. I felt even in the game, probably we started quite positively. They then scored a worldie, and I felt we probably didn't really get going again until half time. Second half, I thought we started the second half very well. We created a couple of good chances. Again, they scored a very, very good goal, and you're pegged back again, and we struggled to get going again. So credit to Leith, to be fair, from where they were last season. They're a much better side, and we knew that, to be fair, but they came down and did a job on us, and they were good. They wanted winning. Friday passed, I thought we were exceptional, a lot better. I think as a coach you probably look at it, and the thing that I've probably been thinking about is we've probably not been great for a sustained 90 minutes for a while. I thought on Friday we were exceptional, absolutely exceptional, particularly without the ball. We were animals without the ball. Adam did 11.6k, Jake did 11.3, I think it was. That was Jake Dowther's best game in a Dunbar jersey. I think he was exceptional. David and Rory both did 10k. Rory again is a lad who maybe hasn't played as much as he'd like. He was away for the Preston game, came on in the Leith game. He probably didn't play as much as he wanted in pre-season, but again he's a lad who played against Hill of Beef last year when we beat them, and Pennycook when we beat them. So again, he came in the team, he's got probably an 8 or 9 out of 10, excellent, that's what you get from him. So no, I thought we were exceptional on Friday. I thought that was the best we've been in a long time, particularly out of possession. But I think you look at the third goal that we scored on Friday, it's an exception. It's a really good team goal. I'm pleased with Ali getting his goal as well, because the boy works so hard and he deserves that wee carrot for scoring. So no, there's a lot of positives to take from Friday. So really happy.
Building on Friday's result against Hutchie, Edinburgh South this Friday at home. How will the group prepare for this game?
It'll be another tough one. All games I think are. We won't be fooled. I know they took a heavy defeat of Farrington with it last week, but they beat Tynecastle 5-0 in pre-season. They drew with Leith. They ran Pennycook very close at 5-4, and they led twice in the game. So they'll be coming here, and it'll be a tough game. But one of the big things that and I touched upon the last one that I think was a big difference on Friday was energy, and the saddle that I am, we've got we flip chart. Mills right kind of 5 words I think before on the board before a game, and I feel that's been missing from us a wee bit in the first few games. Like I feel our quality hasn't been where it's been. which we certainly got back on Friday. But we need to bring that energy. We need to bring that energy out the ball, and as I say on Friday we were animals. I feel at this level we've now, having been here for a year, we have probably learned how important it is to be aggressive out the ball. What I mean by that is being up close to players and without possession, being proactive out the ball. If the ball's going forward and the centre half's going to win a header, can we be proactive to be there for the second ball? So all those wee things in the side of the game that probably isn't as attractive to coach maybe. I think our quality in training has been great, has been really good. So that's the bit that I was a wee bit worried about that we hadn't been getting, but that was back on Friday. So the message to the boys this week is great win on Friday, great result, but we've not won anything. It's the 3 points, it's a good performance, and it's getting back to where we were in pre-season, I think. But now we have to build on that, have to go and build on that, and can we go on a wee run now? So we did it for the boys. Enjoy it, have a good weekend, and get back to coming to train this week and work hard, kind of thing. So looking forward to it. It'll be a good one, another good test, but hopefully we can build on Friday and get back to our best.
A lot of players have been missing for various reasons. Do you have an update for the squad?
Yeah, I think we touched upon it, like these festivals and things, and it's no, it's the boys aren't paid to play football, so you can't stop them going. So but we've also had a few boys missing for that, kind of Leith and kind of the aftermath of that a wee bit, because boys have taken opportunities and come in, and these boys have to work their way back in the team. So that's probably worked through that now. Against Leith, we had boys suspended for that. So Thomas, Harry and Daniel have all been suspended. They'll all be back. Well, sorry, Harry and Thomas will be back for Friday, which will be good. Good timing for that as well. Dan's still got one more game. Evan's injured at now, but he should be back to training tonight. He's not had much luck, as I say. He had an issue for last season with his hip. He then got back to training, was doing well, and then he broke his finger last week at school. So that's just the way it goes sometimes. Declan's still a wee bit away. He came back, started training. He took as kind of sod's law, he took a dull one on his foot, a save. And it bruised again, so he's been back to a knee. Nothing's broken again, but it's going to be a few weeks. And again, Harris, you couldn't write it. In the one against Preston, as I believe broken or fractured a bone in his finger. So we've not had a lot of luck, it's got to be honest. As I say, we just had some boys back and either they're unavailable again or for whatever reason. So aye, but we're getting there. I say we should be just about there on Friday. We were missing Dan Hall, Harry, Thomas, Callum Richards, Evan, Harris and Declan Friday past. So you think about that, it makes Friday even a better result. But no, we should be getting there. Boys should be starting to return. So no, all good.
And a few players have made their mark in the first team already this season.
Yeah.
Is this a sign of things to come, and how have they been getting on?
Absolutely, it's brilliant. And again, it's testament to again the first team in terms of how well kind of respected the 20s are in that. Against Haddington there, we had 2 on the bench, Leo and Jasiu. Finlay's already, Finlay Goldie's been on the bench. Leo's obviously made an appearance, I must say. Dan's already made an appearance. Jake's been on the bench. So we've already at this stage had more than we did last season. Leo probably shows what happens when you do well. All of them have, to be fair. But Leo scored 13, I believe, if I'm not doing a disservice, for us throughout pre-season, the start of the season. So he warrants the opportunity. Finlay Goldie has been exceptional for us. Again, he came in on Friday, along with Keir, to be fair, on Friday, but they're both exceptional. But Finlay again has come straight in this season, his first kind of shot under 20s. Has done really well. We've got the opportunity on the bench against Hutchie. And again, Dan Hall came on against Oakley, I believe it was, and done well. So this is what it's all about, and when you've got a senior management team that want to support the 20s and want to give them a chance, that makes the pathway worth it. I think ultimately my job is to go and get boys in the first team and go and push them onto first team football. Playing 20s is great, and ultimately winning games at 20s and breeding that kind of mentality for the boys to step into this environment's fine, but physically getting boys on the bench and physically getting them on the park is what it's all about. So no, really positive start, and they've done well, and hopefully more to come this season.
Recently we've noticed a bit of movement in your coaching team. Can you tell us more about that?
Yeah, so we've brought Ryan Bird in. I've known Ryan since primary school, believe it or not. We're both primary school. So I know him really well, trust him, and he's coaching with the Colts, with the girls under 18s. So he's come in and he's been a great addition. Just adds again to different voice, different kind of opinions, and again he can come in and kind of help on the training pitch on a Monday and a Wednesday. Josh has had to take a wee step back due to work, which is understandable. So it still leaves us with, on a training night, kind of myself, Jack, Ryan, and my old man to take the goalies. So we're in a good place. But again, I think we're in I quite like the place that we're in terms of we're quite a young coaching team. And for having coached for a long time now, since I was 16, I do think that's a unique selling point. I do think that gives us a connection to the boys, which some won't be able to have, and then kind of the experience that we might not have, and still tap into kind of the gaffer or Dunny or Smalley or Smudges as well. So I think we've got a really nice balance, got a nice group, and I think it helps our group as well, because having that kind of young dynamic, I think helps connect with the boys a wee bit as well. So not all good.
And finally, Stuart, despite not getting the results you were looking for your opening 2 games, how have you managed to pick the boys up, and has anything changed for the remainder of the season?
I don't think so. I think old enough and ugly enough now to realise that football is a long season, and I think the positives so far, albeit you mentioned the first 2 there, you're spot on, but even despite those 2, we still had boys in the first team, which is what it's all about. And then Friday, which was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And I think, I don't know if I've said it earlier, I can't remember if I mentioned it earlier, but I think that's probably the best we've been since for a long time. So the goals and objectives to be set, the boys haven't changed. It's just about continuing that, and you can't be great every week. You can't play the best ability every week. It doesn't happen. You've got external factors that impact that, kind of your work, your kind of whatever is going on at home. Do you mean so we expect games maybe for us not to be at our best throughout the season, but the good thing is Friday is we feel it's kind of a fresh start, in a sense that we're really good. Let's go and build on that, and starting with Friday, let's go and put in a really positive performance against Edinburgh South, and let's get back on the horse and get back to churning out good performances that hopefully give our boys an opportunity to go get involved with the first team. So not change a lot, just continue to be positive with them. It'll come, and if I'm being honest, I'd have been worried if our standard in training had dropped. It hadn't, and even throughout that wee period, our training's been really good, and our training's actually, the standard and intensity and the effort's probably been better where it's been at points last season. So I'm all good. Boys are in a good place. Mood's really good in the camp, so looking forward to Friday, but we're under no illusions it'll be another tough one.
Just an additional question from me. When you lose a game, do you ever overthink anything, or is training still the same? Is it still the same mentality?
I think it depends. For me, it depends on how we get on. If it's a lack of effort, which is rare, I think it's a different kind of session. But after, for example, the Preston game, where we'd made some poor errors in the game, it was a case on the Monday after that, go and pick them up again, and go and build them up again as a team and as individuals. Boys make mistakes, especially at this level of football, and you probably need to be ready for that. And maybe we can't probably expect boys to be brilliant every single week, as I say. There's too many factors that go around that. I think the thing for me is when you compare Friday to through the games recently is you probably do kind of overthink and think, well, what's changed? Not a lot's changed. The only thing that really has changed is there's been a lot of changes in personnel, which happens, which you just have to deal with. And the boys that come in need to take the opportunity. So, you probably do overthink a wee bit, like I do, in terms of what's changed. Training's still been good, can't complain there, can't complain at their effort, can't complain at their quality. So, it's a difficult one, but especially after kind of games, it just depends on how they've been. If they worked hard and given you everything but lost the game, then not much changes, to be honest. Build them up and you go work hard for the next one. So yeah.
Thanks, Stuart. Good luck in your next fixtures.
Thanks, mate.